stay in the zone. Yeah, welcome home. Hey. Mitch in the chair, steam on the coffee, breaking down tape, sleep looking car, sleep green in his notes, birds on his cap, talking about trenches, blitz, block, snap. Bo got a ring, West Coast breeze, stories from confetti still stuck in his sleeves. James sees black gold, whole town rides, Big C talk waves where the tide line slides. It's that Sunday morning podcast. Go on, turn it up loud. From the first hot take to the last cold crowd. Mitch, Bo, James, Big C talk ball. Every call, every draw, every brawl, every ball. If you love this game, you know this sound. Hardcore sports, we run this town. Oh yeah. Mitch say Philly fly, Bo say skyline. James pull stats right off the sideline. Big C laugh, talk speed on the seam. Whole squad argue same love, one dream. Red zone rush, fourth down hush. Overtime talk, heart rate crush. From east to the west, down coast to steel. It's a barbershop talk, just mics, just real. The Sunday morning podcast. On, turn it up loud. From the first hot take to the last cold crowd. Mitch, Bo, James, Big C talk ball. Every call, every draw, every brawl, every brawl. If you love this game, you know this sound. Hardcore sports, we run this town. Oh yeah. Call in, tap in, let the takes fly. We debate, celebrate, ride or die. Same gridiron, 4 different views, one game, one love. That's hard. It's that Sunday morning podcast. Turn it up loud. From the first hot take to the last cold crowd. Mitch, Bo, James, Big C talk ball. Every call, every call, every draw, every ball. If you love this game, you know this sound. Hardcore sports, we run this town.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the NFL Sunday Morning Show. I'm here with my guys, Football Talk with Bo, James from the Steelers by the Lake podcast, and Nikki Steed from the Hardcore Sports Network. How you guys doing, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Excited to talk about this schedule release today and who you guys are sleeping with to get 3 home games versus us in a matter of 5 years.
Yeah. Bo, what about yourself, man? How you doing?
Doing good. I'm with James there. Like I'm excited to talk about the schedule release. Obviously, Seattle gets a first class schedule, so it was bound to be tough. Wrapping up the season with 3 of 4 on the road is rough.
Yeah.
And then Nikki, how about you, man?
Hey man, I'm excited to be up. It's a beautiful day outside.
Really is. You good? All right.
I'm waiting
So-
on Big C to.
Yep, he's right. He's right here. He's just getting his stuff ready. So let me do that.
There he
There
is.
we go. How
There
you
we
doing,
go.
man? How you doing, Big C?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry I'm a little bit late.
Nah, we just started. We literally just started. So all good. So I'm gonna start off with a question here. One of the people on my show, Fly Like an Eagle, asked me this question, and I was like, you know what? Let me ask other guys on their opinion about their teams. So, who was the best player on your respective teams last season? If you could pick one player, who would it be? Because Nikki, I think me and you will probably have different answers for us. Me and you will probably have different answers, so I'm kind of
Yep.
curious who you're gonna pick. But whoever wants to go first, have at it. Go for it. What is up, chat?
I guess I'd have to go JSN or Seattle.
Okay.
You could make the argument for a guy like Julian Love, but anytime you have a receiver that's leading the league in yardage, they had a pretty good season. So I'm going to go with I'm going to take JSN there.
I kind of thought you were gonna pick Kenneth Walker there.
He didn't have a great season. He had a great postseason. He was actually going to lose his job to Charbonnet until he got hurt. So, yeah. So your question was for the season.
Yeah.
It definitely wouldn't have been him.
Okay. James, what about you?
Yeah, there's 2 I'm going back and forth between for me. One offense and one defense. So I guess I'll shout them both out. I think the obvious answer is the team MVP, which was Kenny Gainwell, to everybody's surprise last year. He just was an invaluable piece as far as a receiving threat coming out of the backfield. But I think it's really understated how good of a year Cam Hayward had. Ended up a second-team All-Pro last year, even though he didn't get a lot of sacks. His run-stopping numbers were just out of this world. And he was immovable all year long. And we keep on waiting for the hammer to drop. What's the year that he's going to turn into old man Cam and he can't move anymore? And it just keeps on. Well, I guess we're going to wait another year because it just hasn't happened yet. So I think it's probably more impressive what Cam's doing still at that age.
Yep. All right. Big C, what about you?
Sides of the ball, too. Jordan Brooks, middle linebacker for the Miami Dolphins. Then of course, Devon Achane. To me, that he's every down back this year. Over 1,300 yards rushing. One of the most explosive players in all of football. He was rewarded with a new contract this offseason. Make third highest paid running back in the NFL. And, this kid, the sky's the limit for him. I mean, he's running behind very bad offensive lines, with Tua's arm just died on him last year. So there was no real threat of a passing game. And the guy was just still unstoppable for the Miami Dolphins. So Jordan Brooks and Devon Achane for me.
All right. Nikki, what about you? Who's your best player on the Eagles? And I'll give you mine.
Going between either the 1-2 duo in the secondary of Mitchell and DeJean or Jordan Davis. I might lean more toward Jordan Davis just to emphasize that point, because Mitchell and DeJean did really good again as expected, but Jordan Davis, once he slimmed down and got in shape, he was a key difference maker. Like the Rams game, he pretty much, alongside the offense's second half resurgence, won that game for us. He also was able to force more tackles for a loss. He even got 4.5 sacks in the season. So he really stepped up and helped in the trenches throughout the season. Even the Bears game, when the offense was horrible, Jordan Davis did his part on defense to keep the Eagles in that game. So I got to also give him credit alongside DeJean and Mitchell keeping things going. So especially when Jalen Carter wasn't as active, Jordan Davis stepped up on that defensive line and kept them a stable unit.
Yep.
So as long as he stays in shape, Jalen Carter comes back, they could really be something special next season.
Oh, yeah.
I want Jordan Davis to give him props.
So it's actually funny how you went with Jordan Davis, because that's not mine. So on Fly Like an Eagle, my guy, his name's James, ironically. He actually picked Jordan Davis. Joe, I don't know why, but he picked Jalen Hurts, and I'm like, no. I'm like, no on that? Not at all.
Yeah, I don't see how any offensive player could have been your player of the year last year. They won in spite of their offense. As far as regular season games
for me, actually, it was Quinyon Mitchell for me, Nikki. Just a matter of fact, how locked down he was and so early in his career, and how good he was compared to like the other cornerbacks going up against the top wide receivers in the league. So I'm gonna go with Quinyon Mitchell on that one for me. But Jordan Davis was my second pick, especially when you block a kick and take it all the way to the house to win the game. So with that being said, you deserve the best player of the season. With that being said, and be able to run that fast. So
it's funny because Joe in the chat there says his field goal kicker, and I didn't even think about that for Seattle, but Jason Myers has his name in that ring too. He only kicked for 200 points this year. So, I mean, like he has to be in that conversation too, I guess. You just think about the special teamers a little bit less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she probably could make a case for that too.
Yep. And actually, when we were discussing this live before, someone in the chat said Tank Bigsby if he got the football more. So if he actually had more opportunities, he could have been in the rankings a little bit there, because he had a really good season when he had the chance with the football.
Right.
So,
unfortunately, he didn't get as many reps, so it doesn't get as credited. except for the Eagles fans that closely follow the games.
Yep. All right. And now we're going to the NFL, the strength of the schedule, whoever had the tough to the least. Chicago Bears having the toughest schedule with 0.55. Here, I'm just going to share the screen on this one. They had the toughest road schedule, according to this. So, yeah, Chicago Bears at 1, Miami Dolphins at 2. Big C.
This is just the road. This is just road schedule.
No, it just said strength of schedule right here, Fox Sports. So,
well, again, I get bashed by my own community because for some reason I'm the only Dolphins creator that thinks that this is going to be a struggle this year, while every other Dolphins creator is talking about playoffs and just delusional, straight delusion.
Yeah,
I don't know what football they've been watching during their lifetime, but there's no situation or no way that the Miami Dolphins sniff the playoffs. We're a bottom 5 team in this league, and I get crushed for it. Like, people don't want to watch me. People unsubscribe to me because I don't know what I'm talking about. Let them play the games. How do you know that they're not going to be all pro player? Because they're 7th round draft picks, because they're undrafted, because they've been journeymen around the league their whole career. You know what I mean? Because they got a 1-year minimum contract. That's how I know they're not going to be all pros, because they were the 6th wide receiver on the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to come here and be number ones. I mean, I get crushed for it, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So
Shame for being realistic.
People don't want that. People don't want that. Like, my channel stops growing because of it, and it's just like, do these people really want me to come out and lie to them? Is that what they want?
Well, and it's funny because if you do, soon as that doesn't happen, they're going to crush you later anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, your takes were the worst.
Well, I could be like most of the other content creators in the Miami Dolphin community, and on one show say this and on the next show say that. You know what I mean? So, but I'm pretty even keel with my opinion that the Miami Dolphins are not going to be a very good football team this year.
Yeah. And then Green Bay Packers at 3, Cardinals at 4. I love how the Cardinals, one of the worst teams, has one of the toughest
I
schedules.
know, yeah.
They are gifting them the number 1 pick. That is what that is. That Arizona team is going to be awful.
I got a buddy. I got to ask what he thinks about that.
Yeah.
He's a Cardinals fan.
And then Kansas City Chiefs at 5, Pacers
might just
at
go
6.
tank for the number 1 pick.
Yep. Yeah. Raiders at 7, Bills at 8, Chargers at 9. All right. Let's just keep scrolling down here. Oh, there you are, James. Steelers. Oh, no, here you are, Bo. Sorry. 14. Seattle Super Bowl. Super Bowl champs, 14.
So the strength of schedule thing is always funny to me because they're basing it off of how they finished last year. Mm-hmm. And none of these teams look the same as they did last year. So there's a reason why you end up with 5 or 6 new teams in the playoffs every year. It lets you know that the strength of schedule thing doesn't really mean a lot. And then it's always revisionist history anyway, because it'll start like this. And then halfway through the season, they're like, oh, this is what it actually is. So it's just, none of it actually means anything, but it is always interesting to see. And some of these teams are still going to be bad. No question. Like Arizona, they did nothing to get marketably better over last year. In fact, they almost looked like they were trying to get worse. So, some of these make sense. For them to get a top 10 strength of schedule is kind of rough, though. Funny, but rough.
Yeah.
But isn't part of that just a result of being in such a tough division, though? I mean,
no question.
You have to assume that when you're in a division with the Rams, the Niners, and the reigning Super Bowl champions, that you're going to lose a lot of games in your division alone.
Well, and then you drag them along because, you have your other 2 divisions that you play. We're not playing the South. So naturally, your opponents are going to be better.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. James, you're at 19, man. You're Steelers. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, part of it we can thank for 2 of the division teams just being pathetic every year. So you're always going to have a strength of schedule that doesn't look all that impressive when you know you're going against the Browns twice a year and the Bengals twice a year. So, I mean, this is the time of year where everybody thinks the Bengals are going to win the division again. So I'm gearing up for listening to people hype those guys up again like they always do every year off of one successful season they had where they went and lost the Super Bowl. And now everybody thinks they're going to be amazing for the next 15 years because of it. So that's always entertaining. But outside of that, you know, part of it is just a result of a division where nobody's separating themselves in a major way. So
crazy. And then Nikki, you know what number we are?
We're the 7th easiest.
We're at 23.
Yeah, I know. That's interesting. I'm like,
I like it. I like it. I don't care. Give me that.
I know. Pretty crazy how this worked out. Teams like the Cardinals and the Dolphins have harder schedules, but we have an easier schedule. I mean, even the Lions have an easier schedule. But as far as we go, I looked at the schedule and I started thinking, because some of the potentially harder games come later in the season, such as the Texans, for example. The Colts in December, which Colts are we going to get? Are we going to get the one that started off last season hot, or are we going to get the one that collapsed in the second half of the season? That's kind of a toss-up. But then you got the Giants. Like, okay, which Giants are we going to get? The hyped-up one, or are we going to get the ones that are still going through growing pains? So there are a lot of question marks, too, as to what are these teams going to be when we play them. I mean, obviously, you got teams like the Seahawks. That's going to be a tough game, as will the Super Bowl champs always be on paper. But it also, to me, I said this right before we went live. What the Eagles do in late October and November is going to affect how they play in December. Like we saw the year of our Super Bowl 59 win. They played really good during that stretch. That helped them out against teams like the Steelers and the Ravens come December. But then we saw 2023. They didn't play so great despite winning during that stretch, and that hurt them significantly in that late stretch of the season. So that's also going to play a factor, too. How well you play during those months sets the tone for the finish.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's usually true unless you watch the Dallas Cowboys. And then they can play decent in December and then forget how to play football in January.
True.
Yeah, we were 4-1 at the end of the season and still lost in the playoffs like always. So,
and then here, I just got to mention this: the Cleveland Browns have the easiest schedule. I'm still like want to know how many wins that's gonna be.
Because isn't this a reoccurring trend with the Browns? They have one of the top 5 easiest schedules and still find a way to fail spectacularly.
I mean, it's the Browns.
The freaking Browns. That's all you have to say about that. That is all you literally have to say. So, yeah. All right. So we're gonna get into the international games, and it's actually kind of crazy. Do you guys know how many international games we have this season?
Like 7 or 8, isn't it?
We got 9.
9.
We have 9, and weeks. Oh my God! It's just like. Week 1 in Australia, we got the Niners and Rams. Week 3 in Brazil, we got Ravens and Cowboys. And week 4 to 6, you get the Colts and Commanders, Eagles, Jaguars, Texans and Jaguars.
Yep,
week 7 in Pittsburgh. I mean, not Pittsburgh. Oh my God. In France, you get Steelers and Saints. Week 9 in Spain, you get Bengals and Falcons. In week 10 in Germany, you got Pacers and Lions. In week 11 in Mexico, Vikings and Niners. That's
Vikings interesting choice.
Yeah, and the Jaguars have 2. I thought they would have more. Honestly,
if the Chargers were still in San Diego, they would have been a great team for the Mexico game.
Yeah, and
that's why the Niners are there.
True. And actually, James, didn't me and you talk about this in one episode where the Jaguars are actually playing in Orlando this season? Didn't we talk about that once?
I think so, yeah. I remember that coming up about that.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen when they start the construction of the new stadium.
So wait, they're not even going to play in Jacksonville at all. I would not want to be a Jacksonville fan this year. I will not. I'm not going to all the way to Orlando and then my team going to that country. No.
Well, so they always have two in London because the owner of the Jags owns a stadium in London. So, so they always do that. And yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon for teams to have to move while they build a stadium. Like when Seattle built Lumen Field, they played at Husky Stadium for a couple of years.
Yep.
Yeah, when Minnesota's dome collapsed, they played a few games at the Minnesota College field.
Besides, there's only 4 Jag fans anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. Didn't make a difference.
They have more.
Stadium is the same crowd level.
Yeah, they have more AEW fans than Jacksonville Jaguars fans, so that's kind of interesting. But but this year we also got a Wednesday season opener.
Yeah,
that is kind of. I don't know if I really like. Do you guys like having football on a Wednesday?
No,
I don't. I don't.
I mean, no, but to open the season, I don't hate it as much, right? Because you're not messing up. You're not giving somebody like a ridiculous short week or something like that. So I can kind of get behind the opener, especially since the next game is Australia. So it's Friday, Australia time, Thursday night game, so I kind of get it. Right. At the same time, I'm not a fan. So like when you see the Thanksgiving Eve game and the Christmas Eve game, I don't like any of that.
Yeah. Right. Big C, how do you feel about football games on Wednesdays?
I completely disagree. I'll take football every day of the week. Is it a disadvantage to the teams? Sure, it's a disadvantage if you're playing on a Wednesday. Then, if you got it, I wouldn't think that they'd have them play again on Sunday. So, but if I can get football every day of the week, I'm for it. You know what I mean? If there's a day that I don't have to miss the NFL, I'm 100% for it.
Yeah. All right. James, what about you? You don't like it either?
Oh, I hate it. I hate it, but it's because I work so early in the morning, So Monday through Friday job, I start my work day at 5 a.m. most of the time. If it's a West Coast game and we're talking about a kickoff on the East Coast, it's not until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. I'm already in bed, man. So I'm not going to catch any of that game. And if it's a Steelers game in that kind of matchup, now I have to take the next day off of work. Otherwise, I'm going to work off of a couple hours sleep. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
I do love the West Coast for that.
Yeah, it's very ideal for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Nikki, how do you feel about football on Wednesdays?
It don't vibe right. It just feels like it just has that unusual. It's just not a real fitting day. Thursday night opener is the perfect fitting. You have the Super Bowl champs play. You set the tone for the rest of the season through that game. That's all cool. Even the Friday games the first week, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that. But
you guys are blowing my mind. If your wife comes in the bed and wants to give you a little on a Wednesday, but your day's Sunday, you gonna turn it down? You don't want it? You know what I mean? Like, you guys are blowing my mind.
Dude, it's like. Yeah, Wednesday.
No, it's not my day. It doesn't feel right to me. I'm gonna pass. You know what I mean?
Weirdly, those are not on the same scale for me.
Like Thursday, Sunday, Monday night makes perfect sense.
Lord.
If you enjoy football and you love football, I don't know why you wouldn't want it as much as possible. I understand the disadvantages that could arrive from it. But I mean, is it any more of a disadvantage than having to travel all the way across the world to play in Germany and this, that, and the third? You know what I mean? Like, I just think there's a way that they could work it where we could get football every day of the week. And I don't see how that is a bad thing.
I like that your thought process. I think more football is a good thing too. I just want to be able to watch it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, it's just it's a disadvantage if you have a
there is
certain
the burnout
job.
of seeing football 7 days a week.
There's zero burnout. There's
no burnout.
You're crazy.
I treat it like there's no burnout.
There's basketball every day. There's baseball every day.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
There's
fine
hockey
when it
every
comes
day
at it.
too. You could
Yeah.
throw that in there as well.
I don't
I
even-
will not be
UFO.
surprised at some point down the line we'll have football every day of the week. I will not be surprised at some point. I kind of like, for me, I just want more football. I agree with Big C on that one. Like, I just love watching the sport, but when it comes to the actual players, when it comes to the rest and stuff, I don't know if they like that. I don't know. I can't say for them.
That's sort of the way I look at it. It's like there's a recovery and a prep period for this that I don't love. Now, at the same time, who knows? Maybe you come off of a bye week, you play that coming Wednesday, and then you basically have a mini bye week if you play on the following Sunday. So, I mean, it's not like it's detrimental or anything like that. But at the same time, I like having a few days that I can like lock out. I'm pretty sure my wife would murder me if I'm just like, yeah, so it's just another football day. So,
All right, so
it's only a third of the year, right? Like, I mean, we have so many months. There's no football. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, for me, like, I'm leaving from this to go cover rugby and then go cover WNBA. So it's so for me, it's always running. So if I had football every day too, I'm pretty sure she'd kill me. So if I just randomly disappeared, you know what happened.
All right, so we got a Thanksgiving Eve game, on a Wednesday, Packers versus Rams, and Thanksgiving Eve, I'm for that. That week is going to be crazy. You got Sunday, then you got Monday, then you got Thanksgiving Eve, Thanksgiving Day, and then you got Black Friday. So that week is going to be crazy for football, and I'm here for it. I am honestly here for it, unless I got to stream a Sixers game in November. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. How do you guys feel about that one on Thanksgiving Eve?
Oh, jeez, another helicopter.
Where did that come?
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Me too.
So, I don't think they needed another one, but I mean, they're just trying to get some Netflix money, so I get it.
Yep. Wait, that it? Yep, seen on Netflix. Yep, there it is. I just noticed that.
Cash grab. Everything's a cash grab for them.
Yep.
So they're just gonna keep doing it.
And then Thanksgiving Day, I'm looking forward to this. The Eagles and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day at 4:30. Yes, I'll take that. We already made our plans. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. We're just sitting in front of TV all day. So I'm good with that. How do you guys like
we
about
got a good lineup that day, didn't we? Like the Thanksgiving matchups are good.
We got Bears and Lions at 1 p.m. Eastern, Eagles, Cowboys at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and Chiefs and Bills at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. That's a really good Thanksgiving Day games. They're really good. I'm looking forward to that. Big C, how do you feel about those games on Thanksgiving?
That's a decent slate of games. I actually like when my team doesn't play on the holidays, because if for some reason we suffer an L, it ruins the holiday. I mean, I tell you what, like, I'm not a very good loser. I mean, things get broken, problems get started. There be issues in my household. So I'm actually glad that the Dolphins don't play during the holiday season very often, and I'm glad that we don't have none this year, because I probably get divorced.
It is a really good slate, and actually the international series is a good slate of games too.
Yeah,
which is interesting, because usually they give the international series our worst games. They're like, you know what, these stadiums going to sell out anyway. We'll just give them the worst lineup possible. And this year, for the holidays and for the international games, great lineups. Yeah.
But I actually want to bring up what Big C said about your teams playing on holidays and stuff like that. For me, I just don't care. Like, if they win, great. Obviously, on Thanksgiving, I'll take that. If they lose, okay, but I'm still getting good food. So honestly, I'm okay with it. How do you guys feel about your teams playing on a holiday? How do you guys feel about that? I'm gonna start out with James on this one.
I'll tell you, I'd like it more if they were just putting it on regular stations. That's where I have the issue with it. Like the one year, I don't recall if it was last year or the year before, the Steelers had a Christmas Day game. I think it was 2 years ago. And it really pissed me off, honestly, because it was a Netflix game only, so you couldn't watch it on a regular channel. And in my family, like, you always go to the oldest relative's house for holidays. You think they have Netflix? Hell no, they don't have Netflix.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sit there and watch it on your phone and ignore your family the whole time because you know they're
you stream it to the TV. You can broadcast it to the TV this day and age.
Yeah.
I mean, but you were going to ignore your family anyway watching it on TV, so it might as well be your phone.
I just feel like for people like me, I'm just going to get painted like an asshole for it, and I don't like it. So, yeah, I'm against it on, like, big holidays like that, man. Like, leave those ones alone.
Yeah. Bo, what about you? When Seattle's on a holiday game, you like it or no?
Yeah, they usually win. Like, they have a great winning percentage on holidays. So, like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, the teams don't pay me. So whether they win or lose, my day is going to be fine. I got to watch some football. So now if I was financially...
Listen, you guys must be different type of fans than me, man.
Yeah,
I'd be having a bad fucking time. Excuse my long language. Like, that stuff really affects me. Like, I'm not good for the whole week. Like, I struggle, especially the day of. Oh my God.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. Maybe I take the game too serious. I maybe I do, but it hurts me deep down to my soul, brother. It hurts me. Like,
you're owning every letter of the word fanatic, so it's fine.
It's great.
It doesn't affect me like that. I mean, obviously, I'd rather see them win, right? Like, and does it irritate you when they lose, especially if they do dumb stuff to lose? Yeah, of course. But at the same time, I mean, you know, I got to watch football. I got to watch them play. Provided, you know, if they get blown out, it will mess my day up a little bit. I'll be like, come on, guys, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, if it's like 30-3 or something like that, then you're like, I'm not even hungry anymore. I'm not even hungry. I don't even want to eat. I don't want to look at anyone. I'm good.
Yeah.
If the Dolphins lose, nobody's eating. No.
Yeah, there's gonna be some starving people
Eat
in
a
your
TV
house.
dinner.
Hey, those are good. Those are good too.
They are not.
Well, it depends on what you get. But Nikki, how do you feel about the Eagles being on Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve this year?
I mean, it does help with some of the holiday festivities. At least it gives me something to watch and something to occupy the time, which is cool. As long as I'm able to access it, all right, yeah. I'm just going to sit down, cheer on the Eagles, enjoy the vibes, and hope for a really good game. So in that regards, I like it because we don't always get to see it as Eagles fans. I mean, sometimes we've gotten it. We got the Christmas Day game that one year against the Raiders. We had, the Cowboys the one year on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And we had a few Thanksgiving games as well. But I'm looking forward to it. It's been a minute, so yeah. Let's just hope it works.
I am too.
But that was.
Yeah, I'm glad I already know what I'm doing on Thanksgiving. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just like, give me the remote. I'm good. So, all right.
I can see it. Mitch is just sitting there. He's like, yeah, cool family, whatever. I'm watching football.
Yeah. Now for the Black Friday game, James, we got your Steelers going up against the Broncos on Black Friday. How do you like that one?
That should be a great matchup. I mean, assuming that Pittsburgh brings their A game, it'll be a good matchup. Otherwise, they'll get their asses kicked. I don't know. I think the Broncos are a fun up-and-coming team. They've got some exciting players on both sides of the football. Their defense has just been lights out the last few years. So I think that's going to be a fun game. You know, I get off of work for that day, so it doesn't affect me negatively in any manner. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, that's great.
What is it on?
Drinking early.
What is it on? Because
that's going to be Prime, because it's actually the Thursday night football game, but they move it to Black Friday because of the Thanksgiving games. So that is the Thursday night football cast. So it'll be on Prime.
Okay, because when I saw here, it's like streamed on NFL Plus, and I'm like, well, I don't have NFL Plus.
Yeah.
So there's that. But hey, if it's on Amazon Prime, I am good with that. So yeah, that's gonna be a good game. How do you guys feel about the Broncos and Steelers on Black Friday? How do you guys feel? I like it. Aaron Rodgers gonna go through 4 touchdowns.
I hope it's a good game.
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? Because the Steelers are the ultimate wild card right now. Like, they could be interesting, they could be terrible. So, you know, the Broncos should be a solid team again. So,
yeah, Bo Nix, when is he going to be back and ready to go? He would obviously, I think he'll be back by then. But...
he's already moving around on his leg. So,
that's great.
Yeah, he's not supposed to miss any of the season.
Oh, good, because if he was still out, I don't know how Denver's gonna look.
Yeah, no, it was just an ankle injury, so it wasn't like an Achilles or anything like that.
For some reason, I thought it was an ACL, but yeah, it was just an ankle. I don't know about that, but hey, we got a good one there. And then Christmas Eve, we got the Texans at the Eagles. That's at 8:15, and that is on Amazon Prime. Speaking of Amazon Prime, how do you guys like the broadcast on Amazon Prime for the NFL? Do you like it or not really? For me, I find it to be whatever.
So I like it now that you can tell Al Michaels does not care about his career anymore. He is hilarious. You know, back when you remember him on normal network broadcasts, he was really nice to the teams. Now he's just like, I can't believe it's hilarious to listen to him, because you can tell he just doesn't care, and it's not network TV, so he can get away with a lot more. And he pushes that. So I find it hilarious.
All right, Big C, what about you on Amazon Prime? You like it?
I mean, it doesn't necessarily bother me. I mean, obviously it's a money thing. All these channels watching games on different streams and this, that, and the third. So I mean, I got most of them, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. All right, James, what about you? You like games on Amazon Prime?
I'm impartial to it, so yeah. If it's another thing that drives the revenue in for the league, then cool. But to me, the more you spread it out over all these different subscription services, the less I watch. Because I'm not going to buy all these subscription services just to maybe watch one game I'm interested in all year long. Like, it's not worthwhile investment to me.
You know, the worst thing about all of these being on streaming, I mean, obviously it's the cost of, all of that, but it also makes it so that your split screen options aren't there, right? You can't do the, because like most cable companies have the ability to have multi-view, right? So you can end up with like 3 or 4 games going on at once. But if it's on streaming services, you don't. And so when you start having them on Peacock and ESPN Plus and NFL Plus and, Prime and Netflix, and you can't play them all at the same time. So then you have to have more TVs, I guess. Which, I mean, whatever, I suppose, but still, I'm not a fan of that. Plus, last year, if you had all the streaming services so you could watch every single game, it was going to cost you $1,500. And that went up again this year. So now they're saying it'd be around $1,600 if you wanted to watch every single game in real time.
Yeah. You're getting to where it's going to be cheaper to be a season ticket holder than it is to sit at home and watch the games.
100%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's insane. But once you put it that way, you realize, it's really getting out of hand with just all the, I get they want to make revenue, but there's a line between wanting to make revenue and just being greedy, looking for those extra dollars. And it looks like we know the NFL's crossed that point. And we get the business side of it. It's about making money. And I'm not the biggest fan of stretching across all these platforms. Maybe pick one at most 2 platforms to stream it across. That way people can still afford to watch it. Because over time, you might start losing some money potentially if people can't afford to watch it on all these streaming services. Even if it's only a small amount, that's still a little bit of money lost if it gets to that point. But I get it, but I prefer just 1 or 2 platforms at most. We don't need to spread it across 3 or 4. That gets a little bit excessive personally. But if the NFL is making money off of it, they're going to keep doing it. So,
and Cat in the Hat. So you're kind of right. A lot of times this streaming is on a standalone game. Except now that you're starting to see them on Peacock and stuff like that, those ones are during the normal day. They're pulling it off of NBC and putting it on their streaming service. And so some of those are during just the normal bulk of games.
Yeah. So the one thing I like about it is that if there's like one game, it's on Amazon Prime, that it's only on Amazon Prime. It's only exclusive there. And I know where I'm going to go to like watch it, but here's the worst thing. When you try to change the channel, you got to back out of it and you got to like go to the channel you want to watch and be like, oh, I need to go back to the game. Well, I got to go back into Amazon Prime now. Got to wait for all these ads. And it's just like, that is a hassle to me. But other than that, I just like to know where the game is going to be broadcasted on.
See, and that's where you're just basically saying, hey, go get a cheap TV off of Facebook Marketplace so that you have one that you can bounce around to whatever other game that you're watching at the same time.
Does NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch all the games with the Amazon and all that, or you got to have Amazon?
No.
Yeah.
You have to add the streaming services.
And honestly, I used to pay for the Sunday Ticket. And when they started adding all this other stuff, I stopped getting it because it wasn't worthwhile. You couldn't even get the preseason games anymore. Like they eliminated.
Well, see, I bought
the Sunday Ticket.
I bought a blue box, and I get the Sunday Ticket for free. I get the wrestling. I get all the wrestling pay-per-views, all the UFCs, all that stuff for free.
Nice. If you have a good VPN. You can get NFL Game Pass. That is only available internationally, and you get all the games. And it's like $150 a year. If domestically, it's NFL Plus, and you don't get them in real time. But you can go back and view them all. So I usually have that. But yeah, if you are watching internationally or you have a VPN that the NFL hasn't figured out yet, then you can use Game Pass. Just know that once the NFL figures out your VPN, that'll be gone.
Yeah, I sometimes use those websites where you just click it and you get it like right there and then you watch it for free. I used to do that with WWE, then I got the ESPN app. So I'm like, yep, my friends still use those links to those days. It's like, Mitch, I need to watch this pay-per-view. There you go. There's a link. Enjoy for free. I'm like, I was always that guy to give them out the link. So yeah, I'm good with that. And then, Christmas Day games, which I hate it when they go on the same day as the NBA. Like, the NBA is for Christmas, I feel like, and then football has Thanksgiving. I don't like it. I'm a basketball guy, so obviously I'll watch basketball. We got Packers at Bears, will be a good one. Bills at Broncos, that's a good one. And Rams and Seahawks, that's a good one as well. We got good games on Christmas, but it's going up against the NBA, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not, but yeah. When it goes up to basketball, I'm going with basketball.
They took our Sonics, so I'll watch football.
Yeah, but you guys are coming back. They're coming back. Great.
Maybe. It's still we still got to get bids in, and then it still has to be approved by the ownership. Right. So there's until it. For the sports analogy completely, until the clock has 000s on it, I'm not believing it. Yeah.
It's Seattle and Vegas, I think, too.
It is. Yeah, it's the only 2 expansion spots available. But they're basically both teams can get bids now. And then supposedly sometime in late July is when they'll vote on whether or not they actually want to expand the league or not.
Yep. How do you guys like the Christmas Day games, James?
I mean, I'm impartial to it. It sounds like a pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch some of it. I'm not really sure. Depends
Yeah.
on how Christmas plays
It's
out.
on Netflix. It's
Yeah.
on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, I might watch some of it then.
I'm just glad when it's on Netflix, but it's pretty much everybody has Netflix.
Yeah.
So that's why they moved the MMA and boxing over to Netflix. So that is why at least the fight, we need fights to last longer than that, 17 seconds. But other than that, yeah. So, all right, Big C, how do you feel about the Christmas Day games?
I'm just glad Miami's not playing.
You guys don't have any primetime games, do you?
Zilch, none. I'm happy about it.
Oh, really? You didn't end up with like a Thursday night or anything?
No, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing.
Wow. Okay. That's rare.
Yeah, it is rare for the Dolphins.
I mean, it's rare for people to not have at least one.
Yeah.
We usually do. So I was a little bit surprised that we didn't get at least one, but it is what it is. I mean, this is a rebuild year. I think we're moving in the right direction, and people just, like I said, I take a lot of criticism for my take on the Dolphins, and say that I don't think we're moving in the right direction. You just got to look at this team realistically and look at how many holes we have, how many rookie players we have, and how many one-year contract guys that, could they eventually turn into something special? Possibly, but if they haven't done it yet, they probably aren't going to happen. It probably isn't going to happen. We got a new offense. We got defense. We got new coaches. It's just, there's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah. So
they're together for a long time.
So there's 5 teams that don't have a primetime game. The Jets, Raiders, Titans, Dolphins, Cardinals. So the Jets, Raiders, Titans, Dolphins, Cardinals.
I'm surprised the Raiders don't.
Right?
Yeah. That's where I immediately went to. With the number 1 overall draft pick, you would think they'd want to put him in the highlight at least once.
Yeah. I mean, at least on a Thursday night or something.
Yeah.
That one's surprising. The other ones aren't really that surprising. But other than the fact that the league generally tries to give everyone one primetime game, but yeah, of the grouping of teams, the Raiders not having one's the only kind of surprise.
And yeah, they have Brady, so you think with Brady they'll throw him on primetime alone, but no.
Yeah, but he's only there behind the scenes.
Yeah, but they'll still be broadcasting him. He might even do a broadcast.
I was going to say he's kind of funny. Oh yeah, nobody's saying that Raiders aren't trash. Of course they are, but they just happen to have enough pieces that it'll be interesting. Plus the number 1 overall pick, I thought for sure that would give them again at least a Thursday night where the games aren't generally good.
Yeah, but they have Kirk Cousins, so Kirk Cousins could be starting at quarterback then. So primetime, I don't want to watch Kirk Cousins play. I'd rather watch Mendoza play instead of Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
So the most expensive player in NFL history. What was that? No, 3rd. Oh my God, that agent is a walking millionaire.
Hey, that being said, if you want to represent me.
Hell yeah.
I think we all wanted agent at this point.
Absolutely.
How can you not? So, yeah. So now we're going to get into the regular your guys' team schedule. So let me pull up a Steelers schedule at first. So, James, what do you have to say about your schedule before I bring it up?
In general, like the first half of the schedule is not awful for them. They got hosed on their Thursday night game again. This is the 5th year in a row that their Thursday night game is a division opponent and an away game. They haven't had any home games in that stretch. And it's a short weekend. You're going to a division rival, and they happen to have lost every single one of those. So the Browns are getting an easy win week 4 against us because they've got the home matchup on Thursday night. So I hate that they're getting that free pass there on season they probably won't win more than 4 or 5 games. They're going to get an easy one against us. The other one I didn't care for at all is going to ruffle some feathers, and I don't even mean that sarcastically. It's the Eagles game. This is the third time in the last 5 years these two teams have met, and all 3 games have been in Philadelphia. Now, they told us that this wasn't supposed to happen anymore with the new scheduling. It was supposed to alternate, and they're not alternating it. They're just giving Philly all the home games and this stuff. So not a fan of that, especially since Pittsburgh hasn't won in Philadelphia since 1965. So very favorable for the Eagles on that matchup, too. And that's where my Diana Rossini accusations come in here. Which one of you is sleeping with who at the schedule making office? Because one of you has got something going on here.
Yeah, and we know that she does have no concerns about conflict of interest.
Yeah,
not accountability.
There's somebody in your front office that's doing something under the table there. That's
hey, Howard agrees to go for some reason.
As long as he doesn't get caught like Jimmy Butler in the bubble.
Oh God.
Yeah, but outside of that, then it's an odd one for Pittsburgh because again they're finishing up their season against the Ravens, which is just a new tradition the last few years. It used to be always finishing the season against the Browns, but they've sucked so bad that it's not worth doing. But both games versus the Ravens are in the last 4 weeks. So they don't play them at all until the last month, and then they play them twice. So it's going to be a real battle coming down to it. And that just shows you that the NFL doesn't really expect the Bengals to be competing for this division. Otherwise, they'd have the matchup between the two of them at the end of the season. So a little bit of insight there as to their thought process when doing so. But it's kind of once week 10 hits, they got the Bengals, then the Eagles, then the Broncos, then the Texans, Jaguars, Ravens. It's a tough stretch in there. If they can survive that stretch, they'll have a chance at trying to make some noise. But that's a rough spot in that schedule for sure.
So when is Aaron Rodgers is he gonna start week 1?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Lord.
They're not paying him $22 million to sit on the bench.
$22 million, it's crazy. Can I have his agent?
Yeah, please.
You don't even have to work all off season,
Yeah, he don't even got to try. He can just be on the field to get that check, and that's
all right.
Good enough.
Now, Big C, what about your Dolphins right here? Obviously, they got the second toughest schedule, so no primetime games. So
yeah, I mean, we start out west. We start with the Raiders, which I think that's a winnable game for the Dolphins. One of the few winnable games I think that we have, and then we get to stay out west for the week and play San Francisco, which I think that's a tough game for us. Then we got Kansas City week 3. Patrick Mahomes should be back, of course. So unlucky there. You'd like to, if you're trying to win football games, you'd like to not have to play Patrick Mahomes, of course. But I hate that they take away the Miami Dolphins' main home field advantage. I mean, we get one of 4 games in September at 1:00 in Miami, and I think that's the league taking away our home field advantage. It's tough for teams to come down to Miami in September and deal with that heat, and they don't stop us from going to Buffalo in December or Green Bay in December. Like, why do that to us? And I think it's bullcrap. Again, I think Miami Dolphins are moving in the right direction. We got the second hardest schedule in football. You can take the strength of schedule with a grain of salt, though, because you have no idea what teams are going to look like week 14, 15, 16. They can be devastated by injury. Their quarterback could be out. They might have nothing to play for, sitting guys down at the end of the season. So the strength of schedule is, it's not as big an issue as people want to make it out to be. But again, the Miami Dolphins are going to be in for a rough season, but I do think we'll be more competitive than people think we're going to be. I think we're going to be able to run the ball efficiently. I think we're going to be able to control the clock lots of times. I just don't think we got enough pieces to finish out a lot of games. And, we do got tough opponents that they got experience finishing out games. They got experience in crucial situations. And I think that's what's going to hurt us. And I'm looking forward to continuing to build next year's draft. And we should have a bunch of cap space next year. And I think 2027 will be a much different year for the Miami Dolphins.
All right. Now, Bo, here's yours.
As far as the injuries go and all that, like Public Enemy song says, don't believe the hype because you never know come game time.
And then, Bo, here's your schedule for Seattle. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was going to be a tough schedule. Anytime you're in the Super Bowl, the schedule reflects that. I think it's the end of the season that's very interesting. The final 4 games, 3 of the 4 are on the road. You play the Rams twice. You got the Eagles on the road there. So the end of the schedule is very hard. They definitely think that it's going to be a Rams Seahawks playing for the division for them to stack the end of the schedule like that. So I'm here for it though. I mean, if you're going to be a great team, you got to be able to win tough schedules. So I'm not mad at it. I always like a tougher schedule. I never like the commentary of, oh, you played both South divisions. Of course you got in. It's like, no, okay. You know what? Give us a first place one. Let's see what our team is.
Right. And then, yeah, you were bye week 11. James, when was your bye week?
We're week 9, I believe. It's right about in the middle of the schedule, so it's a good spot for us. Yeah, it's week 9.
We got week 6, which is horrible.
Yeah.
I hate an early bye week. Those are the worst.
Yeah,
I hate it.
The only good thing
but unpopular stance, last time it helped out for the Eagles, so
yeah, the only time that's a good thing in my book is if you've got a lot of rookies that you think won't be ready week 1, but might be ready a few weeks into the season, because then you can transition to the rookies with having that extra season or that extra week off. But outside of that, I don't like an early bye week either.
Or you got someone coming back from an ACL injury or something like that. But
yeah. It's helpful for those guys.
Gino, I might actually go to Vegas for week 10. So,
really?
That might
wow.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool shit. And then, Nikki, how do you feel about our schedule? We have a week 10 bye week.
I mean, that's more middle of the season, which, depending on how we're doing, whether we're healthy or not, that could be a good slot. But as we hinting on what Big C said, you never know until you actually get there what the team's going to look like, which team surprise everyone, who's healthy, who's not. It could be an entirely different story. Now, on paper, the earlier part of our season looks like an easy schedule. Washington, they got Sonny Styles, but they still got some work to do as a team. And what's Jaden Daniels going to do? Because remember, he was looking like he was hitting a sophomore slump before the injuries. So now he's coming off an injury. We'll see. But then you also got the Titans. You have the Bears and Rams and Jaguars. Those games, they look like tough games based off last year. But again, we got to wait and see. Panthers, that should be a winnable game. Cowboys, we usually split with them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we win the first one week 7 at home and then split with them on Thanksgiving. I would love for a sweep for us, but we come to expect the splits. Giants, that looks like a winnable game, but we still got to wait and see which Giants are we going to get. Are we going to get the Jackson Dart sophomore turnaround? Are we going to get the John Harbaugh turnaround? Or are we going to get a growing pain rebuild for the Giants? That's going to be interesting to see. Steelers so far it looks like some of the easier games. It's actually a mixed bag. Some of the harder games look like they're coming early, then like the easier ones middle of the season, then some of the harder ones on paper come late, like the 49ers, Texans, and Seahawks. Kind of similar, I get the Rams and Bears early.
I'm just going to say this. For you, calling Steelers an easy team, watch us get blown out that week.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come back here and they go, Nikki, you cursed us.
So not only did you pay off the schedule makers to get the week off before us, You get 3 home games out of 5 years in a row against us, man. What's going on?
It's getting personal now, Nikki. It's getting
That's crazy. How we.
I just like that James has an entire book of receipts. Like he's not messing around.
That's crazy though. We got Eagles and Steelers 3 times in 5 years.
Steelers suck.
And you know the NFL schedule makers are happy. They're like, all right, Philly versus Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania battle happening more frequently. That's a money grab for us. NFL's laughing to the bank on that one. Just like they were laughing at Eagles in Kansas City, either regular season or Super Bowl from 2021 to 2025. You know they're going to the bank on that one.
Oh God. I can't. I literally can't. But all right. My turn with the schedule for the Eagles. Obviously, I love the 10 bye week. I hate early bye weeks like most of you guys do. It's just like it's the worst. And then yeah, I'm a fan of this schedule. It's Thanksgiving I like, Christmas Eve, perfect. Take that. So it is what it is. I feel like we always end the season with the Giants or the Cowboys. I just feel like that's like an ongoing thing. And it's just like, you know what? We rest our starters.
The league likes to end with divisional games.
Yeah.
Usually it's the Giants.
It's usually the Giants. Yep.
Sometimes Washington.
Yeah, but it's usually divisional rivals. So
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all the schedules made up that way now. That's the yearly tradition now.
They started doing more division games to end the season about a decade ago now, and it's been better since then.
Right now, it's a yearly tradition.
Exactly.
And then Mac the Giants fan goes, y'all are going to need that week 10 bye because after week 9 they're going to need a lot of ice baths.
Can your guys tackle that hard?
All right, now on to trivia here. All right, we're not gonna get into that. But which streaming service owns exclusive rights to Thursday Night Football? Obviously, we kind of know the answer to that one. We just went over it.
Yeah.
So, Amazon Prime.
Give everyone 1 point for participation.
Yep.
Yeah. Which NFL team has played the most Monday Night Football games ever? A, the Steelers. B, the Cowboys. C, the Niners, or D, the Packers?
Steelers?
Nope.
Is it the Cowboys?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Remember, historically, Monday night was usually on regular TV, so it was the main game for the longest.
Yep. And then the last one, which NFL team has never played on Thanksgiving Day? Texans, Jaguars, Panthers, or Bengals?
I'll go Panthers because they're an expansion team, haven't been around as long. No?
It's not the Panthers.
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
I was going to say Bengals, but I'm like, wait, they played last year. That's not it.
Nope. But I don't see ever Jacksonville playing on Thanksgiving. I don't see it ever happening.
They're the poverty franchise of the NFL, so
It's not just that. Now they're going to be mainly located overseas. So it's just like, let's air. I wonder if they do that. But it's a cat
never
team.
going to relocate. They should have done so maybe to Canada because it would be more doable with home in a way travel, but obviously that hasn't happened.
Yeah, I mean the easiest international games would be Canada and Mexico, right? Because then you're in the same time zones. But
yeah. All right, guys. So that's going to conclude today's episode of the NFL Sunday Morning Show. Big C, what you got coming up, man?
Oh, just talking Dolphins football and getting bamboozled for it because I'm the only one that wants to be realistic about the upcoming season. But it is what it is. I'm going to continue to do me and continue to speak my truth. And it doesn't make me any less of a fan because I'm not delirious or delusional that this team is a playoff team. They're not. If you don't like it, too bad. You're wrong. And I got money on deck who I want to bet. So, and I hate to do it. I hate to bet against my football team and I'll gladly take the loss, but it is what it is. We're moving in the right direction, but it's not in 2026.
That's called hedging your bet. You're happy if you lose.
Yeah.
All right, Bo, what about you?
Man, just a lot. Just today alone, got rugby right after this, so I'm going to be loading up all my gear to head down, and then after that, it's the Storm game. So just always running around, man.
That's crazy. And then James, what about you?
Yep, got our weekly shows every Saturday morning. Looks like we're gonna have to start a GoFundMe to try to counteract all the money you guys are paying the schedule makers for this season.
See what you started, Nikki. See what you started.
But been a fun show, guys. I'm looking forward to next week too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nikki, what about you, man?
We got upcoming Tuesday. It's the daily doubleheader. We got the 3-point blitz at noon. We're on episode 59. Got a new intro coming for that one. And then at 8, everything on the table with Agent Warrior X, where we talk sports and non-related sports subjects, which is also going to have a new video intro. So we're doing some rebranding, but still doing the same shows.
All right. So as for me, I got the game 7 tonight between the Pistons and Cavs. That's going to be fun. Yep. I can't wait for best 2 words in sports, game 7. And then Thursday at 8 p.m., I'm going to have a Sixers writer on my show by the name of Kai Carlin. Make sure you guys tune in. We're going to talk about everything about the Sixers, the season, playoffs, off-season, everything. Make sure you guys tune in for that, all Sixers fans out there. And with that being said, we will catch you guys on the next one. See you guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
Yep. See you guys. Have a good one.
In a chair, steam on a coffee, breaking down tape, sleep looking car, sleep green in his notes, birds on his cap, talking about trenches, blitz, block, snap, Bo got a ring, West Coast breeze, stories from confetti still stuck in his sleeves, James sees black gold, whole town rides, Big C talk ways where the tide